Do you like fun, laughter, and a sprinkle of human beings? Well, I suggest you subscribe then. Let's get started with the video. Ida for kicking my fiance out because of her OF. My fiance moved into my house about 2 years ago. Long story short, we were hanging out with my fiance's best friend, and while in the bedroom, I hear her friend from the living room mention my fiance's OF account, and then silence. I get up and confront her about it, and apparently she's had it over for a year now. I become
A year? Like
Yeah.
she's had it for dang.
Well, that's what it says. I mean, I don't know.
Go ahead.
I mean,
Sorry.
I don't know the facts of this scenario. I'm just reading off of this, so I don't know. But that's what this says, a year. I become furious from her lying and going behind my back for this long. I end up demanding that she returns the ring and pack her things immediately. Her friend, who I thought was my friend as well, began cussing me out, calling me an insecure incel, blah blah. I tell her she has till the end of the day to have all her things packed or I'll be calling the cops. Her friends let her move into a home, and that was 8 days ago. Her friend is now telling her to find somewhere else to live. Me, my now ex-fiance, has come by the house to make amends and tells me she has nowhere else to go. I feel cold-hearted for denying her, but I still so angry and feel completely betrayed and humiliated, so I told her I'd rather see her homeless than go through that again. I haven't heard from her since, but have been overthinking and feeling bad. Is it me?
Help?
Yikes. This is I'm intrigued on many levels because how did you not know how did she keep this from you for a year? A year. You have to make content very frequently to keep up with that business.
Guessing she wasn't doing it in the living room.
Well, no, but like that's just a long time not to. So that's the first part, and then I'm like, has he gone too far by like potentially letting her go homeless? Because I understand the level of trust. However, this is somebody that you love, but then again, you shouldn't let someone take advantage of you, and you should make sure you have boundaries, and there has to be somewhere that she can go, like family or something. There's a lot of levels to this one, is what I'm getting at. The other thing I want to comment on is, why is your supposed best friend kicking you out after saying you could come stay with them after a week? What did you do to them in that week?
What is happening? What happened there
in the week that you were there? That shouldn't happen that fast. That should be like, oh, we spent too much time together after like a month.
Did the friend not know? No, they did because they were talking.
Yeah, that's how he found out. There's a lot of things that need answered in this.
Yeah, I'm so curious why the friend would kick her out.
But he's beating himself up because he's like, I told her that I'd rather her go homeless than to let her back in this house and look stupid again, basically, because she kept that from me for a year. So really, he just wants to know, like, did he do something wrong? Is he the a-hole? And should he have let her back in?
Here's what I'm going to say. Yes, it was wrong for her to keep it from you. Yes. I mean, I think it's okay you broke off the engagement. That's a big secret. But the thing is, I would give her a deadline of when to move out. You can kick her out and give her a deadline. Yeah. I don't believe if someone is living in your home and at some point, if you did care about them, or just for the sake, like, you have a responsibility. If someone's living in your house, you can't just kick them out of your house instantly like that.
Isn't there like a law that you like legally, no matter what?
I'm sure there is, but I don't even care about the law.
Yeah, I know.
In this case, don't kick someone out to make them homeless. And if they have nowhere to go, it sounds like if they have somewhere to go, by all means. But it kind of sounds like she has nowhere to go. Because I would guess she must not have strong parental connections, because I'm sure that would have been the immediate place to go. Yeah. So it looks like she's really down on her luck.
I wonder if the best friend would really kick her out for good, knowing that she doesn't have somewhere to go. Like, if he says no, is said best friend who kicked you out after a week, I'm gonna let you stay until you can find somewhere. I'm wondering if it's like literally both. I wish there was more. This is one of those posts where I'm like, I want more context to know how to make a decision. But I agree with you. I don't think someone should ever have to go homeless. Like, you don't have to talk to them. You guys can
give them a period of time.
Yeah, give them a deadline,
month,
like you said.
3 months.
Yeah.
Every time I enter a relationship, there's always a discussion of if things end. And honestly, I recommend anyone, if anyone's ever living with someone, in any scenario, you must discuss if you're going to terminate the relationship or you don't want to do it anymore. I don't care what the scenario is. You need to give like a reasonable amount of time for one of the parties to move out. And I normally recommend when the relationship is good for those decisions to be made. So who's going to stay? Who's going to leave? Or are we going to break the lease? All of that should be done when you are all in good standing.
I will say this is his house. He did say that. So
it is his house.
Yeah, it's his house.
But at the end of the day, you can't just throw someone out because you're unhappy with them and a choice they made. Give them a reasonable time frame to move out of the home. It is dangerous to become homeless. Like it's just, if she has no other, and maybe there is options, so maybe I don't have all the information. It's kind of seeming that way.
And I just want to say too, like if you actually cared about her in any way, shape, or form, which it sounds like you did, obviously you're very hurt by this, and I don't blame you by any means. Like I'm not standing up for this girl. I'm just saying, like, if at the end of the day you really cared for her and you had any love, maybe the slightest bit left over for her, like, you don't want to actually see her homeless. That will eat you alive forever. Like you want to do the right thing humanly possible. And I think that at the end of the day, just letting her stay with you until she can find somewhere, which, you know, it doesn't take too long depending on the situations. Obviously we don't know very much to go off of. She could find somewhere within a month, though. You know, you could go stay at a buddy's house or something. And I know that's making you do more, but at the same time, like, it's a crappy situation all around. You don't want to make someone live on the street. It's just not it's not a good feeling for you. It's not a good feeling for them. That will eat you alive forever. And I'm sure that you want to do the best thing that you can to make yourself the best person. I think that it would just be best to let her stay until she can find her grounding, or talk to the best friend, figure something out with them, something of the sort, like something that will give this girl a home until she can get her stuff together, because she's got a lot going on. Maybe she's making good money from the OF though, and she can find something.
Apparently not, because I think she would find a place to stay.
This is true, but you know, give her that time though to figure it out. Like as crappy as it is, she should be able to find a new home, and you should be able to give her that at the very least. And
I want to recognize, like, it's a horrible scenario for you as well. I can't imagine the pain of being betrayed, because withholding something is still lying, and it's and this did lead to still a betrayal. So I do want to recognize the hurt feelings, and that's why I'm saying, like, if this is too much and you don't think you can work through it, yes, end the relationship. But look at it from a whole picture of let's try to look out for the people around us.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It kind of sucks all around. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Too.
But is he the asshole? Just a touch. I know you have hurt feelings, but in my opinion,
everyone's
just
wrong in this situation, honestly. All of you.
What is the public's opinion?
Let's see. So the top comment says, biggest red flag is the friend who immediately turned on you and then kicked her supposed best friend out after.
No, I mean, I agree.
What a piece of work. Let's see what else here. Well, then where's the money from OF if she kept it for you for an entire year? I wouldn't think she'd keep at it for so long for nothing in return. And it says, the comment underneath said, he said she had an OF, not a successful OF.
That is what I'm thinking, because I feel like if she was being successful, she wouldn't need to even stay at that friend's house. Like, she'd be able to afford to stay somewhere, but it kind of sounds like it wasn't a very successful.
I will say, though, depending on where she is, finding housing in general, renting.
Yeah, it's just very difficult.
It's hard right now.
Well, she could stay at like a hotel or motel for the time being,
Yeah.
until she finds something.
Someone says, not the asshole. Lying about OF is one of the biggest deal breakers. I can imagine. Don't feel bad. You're not obligated to help a liar.
No, see, I disagree. I'm just gonna disagree with that.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, let's not make people homeless. Like, if you are agreeing to live with the person, even if they cheated, like if they really have nowhere to go, just provide some grace.
Someone said,
unless you're in danger, that is a completely different scenario. That is a different, if you're being abused, okay, this isn't like an all-around rule, but for this instance,
for this example, we're just saying this for this one, so don't take this with a grain of salt per se. One of the comments says her fans can pay for her new apartment.
Once again, doesn't sound like it's a good.
Yeah, that's about it, basically. That's about it for that one. That's a wrap.
Now you can link the OF, and maybe that will help her case and like help her get some money to move out.
You think that's what he wants to do?
Well, that would help her move out quicker.
This is
but
true.
I guess you already.
We're
kicked her
helping
out.
you.
Yeah, I'm just laying out all the options. You take it or leave it. That's all I'm saying. Was that bean-tastic? We thought so too. You should subscribe.
Subscribe, guys.
Comment, like, because we do read the comments and we really do appreciate it. And thank you for tuning in. And I know you all are busy, so we'll let you go.